Welcome! I'm Lori Nance.
I'm Lauren Deming.
We are part of the staff of Manuka Retreat and Conference Center. We are so glad to welcome you to this Wednesday edition of
Dulcimer Instructor Concert.
Yes! Tonight we get to hear from
Steve Eulberg and
Joe Collins. We're super excited.
Can you tell we're excited? We hope you enjoy this concert.
Hi friends, Steve Eulberg here. I wish we could be together at Manuka. I am longing for the day when I can come and share and breathe in all the beauty of the place. But for right now, I'm glad to be able to be part of this way, and I've had such a good time working with my students today, and I'm glad you're here for tonight's concert. I'm going to start with something that if you're a Dulcimer Crossing member, you'll know. This is the theme song for Dulcimer Crossing called Front Range Rambles, and it's a tune I wrote 10 years ago when we were actually doing the live launch. We'd worked on it for several years behind the scenes, as we're working on it now, but Front Range Rambles it is. So that's that fun tune. And now let's move instruments. Let's go to the Dulcibro. This is a hybrid instrument. This one was built by Don Newhouser in Charlestown, Indiana. Homer Ledford had the first idea of trying something like this, raising the strings up so that they're not touching the frets at all. My bar is the fret, and using a full quarterman cone from a dobro type guitar. Swing low, sing with me, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. If you get there before I do, coming for to carry me home. Tell all my friends I'm coming there too, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me, coming for to carry me, coming for to carry me home. Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I have a story that goes with that and a tune to help me remember the story. I was working in the mountains in Colorado many years ago, providing a youth program for pastors' kids. Now, in the afternoon, after spending all morning with these children, I would have my lunch and go sit on my porch in the shade, and I would noodle away on my dulcimer. Now, the special thing about this cabin is where we had the program and where my family got to live while we were doing this is underneath were a whole family of ground squirrels. Now, the kids and the ground squirrels had a mutually symbiotic relationship because at snack time, the kids would drop crumbs. The ground squirrels would come out and grab the crumbs. The kids would watch where they went and try to peek into their hole, and it was a glorious time. Well, this one afternoon, underneath my car, I saw this tussle of fur, and I couldn't tell what was going on over there, and I peered really hard and deeply, and it wasn't until the black-tailed weasel went running down the road with one of the ground squirrels hanging out of his mouth, I realized what was happening. Black-tailed weasel was providing for his family in the method and manner of a fox went out on a chilly night, but the black-tailed weasel came back 5 times and took that whole clan home for supper. Now, I realized the next day I was going to have to talk to the children about the circle of life. And I figured the only way to do that was to commemorate the experience in a tune. And this is called Black-tailed Weasel and the Ground Squirrel Clan. And this is a tune that my left-hand fingering people worked on as an exercise that also serves that purpose. Black-tailed Weasel and the Ground Squirrel Clan. I recorded that with my buddy Vi Wickham playing fiddle, and that led into some very interesting variations. That's on our old school, old time recording. Now this has a different tone because it's all nylon strung. And the tune I want to play for you is one I originally wrote on guitar, commemorating my hometown, which had a set of railroad tracks on both sides of the town. So I grew up between the tracks, and that's the name of this tune. That's the name of the recording, too. But it turns out to lay wonderfully on the dulcimer. Between the tracks. It was in that town where I was the oldest child. Some of you might know this story. A nightly standoff has begun. The sun is down, the day is gone. Cuckoo clock ticks on, and his little mouth begins to yawn. It's time to go, he knows, but his daddy wants his big boy to grow and walk on his 2 feet like a little man. And even though he knows he can, Daddy, won't you carry me up the stairs to my bed? Let me lay my head upon your strong shoulder. Daddy, hold me close to your heart. Let me hear it beat and know the pulse of your love. Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me upstairs to my dreams? Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me upstairs? His eldest he longs to be grown. Be a help, not a burden at home. Whenever he can, to do things on his own. Baby sisters can't yet do things all alone. That's a fact, and he knows it to be true. And here's another one, and this one is not new. But big boys need some reassurance too. Turns out that is something daddies can do. Daddy, won't you carry me up the stairs to my bed? Let me lay my head upon your strong shoulder. Daddy, hold me close to your heart. Let me hear it beat and know the pulse of your love. Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me upstairs to my dreams? Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me upstairs? A nurse holds a receiver to his ear. He's 5,000 miles away from here. The years have robbed him of his tongue. In one voice I speak the dialogue of one. His time has come. Daddy, won't you carry him up the stairs to his bed? Let him lay his head upon your strong shoulder. Daddy, hold him close to your heart. Let him hear it beat and know the pulse of your love. Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me upstairs to my dream? Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me? Daddy, won't you carry me upstairs? Daddy, Won't You Carry Me is a single. This is a Robert Stevens designed fingerstyle nylon instrument, nylon string instrument. Well, I've got one more tune for you today. There's so many things that we could be doing. I'd love to play for you a bunch of my Ode to Joy exercises, but there's only so much time. There's always more music than time, so we'll just have to make more time for that in the future. But I want to finish going back to the tradition of the Galax style, 4 equidistant strings, all tuned to the same pitch, playing with a noter and a feather quill, not the end I would sign the Declaration of Independence with, but the other end. For Galax style, the skinny end without the feathers is the business end. Here I'm going to go out with a tune called Miss McLeod's Reel. I love playing this with my partners, Aaron May Lewis when we get to do it, Amber Rogers, Clark when we get to do it, and with Vi Wickham when we get to do it. But here we go. Miss McLeod's Reel, also called Have You Ever Been to Meeting Uncle Joe? Do you ever see the devil, Uncle Joe? And Hop High Ladies, 3 in a row. Thank you so much, everybody, at Manuka for making this possible. Thanks to you for showing up. Did you ever go to devil, Uncle Joe? Uncle Joe, have you ever seen the devil, Uncle Joe? Have you ever seen the devil, Uncle Joe? Uncle Joe, I don't mind the weather if the wind don't blow. Hop high, ladies, 3 in a row. Hop high, ladies, 3 in a row. Hop high, ladies, 3 in a row. I don't mind the weather if the wind don't blow. Have you ever been to meeting Uncle Joe? Uncle Joe, have you ever been to meeting Uncle Joe? Have you ever been to meeting Uncle Joe? Uncle Joe, I don't mind the weather if the wind don't blow. Hop high, ladies, 3 in a row. Hop high, ladies, 3 in a row. Hop high, ladies, 3 in a row. I don't mind the weather if the wind don't blow. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
It's such an honor to be a part of the 12th annual Manucha Dulcimer Festival, and I want to thank all of those who put it together. I want to thank especially those of you who came and participated and make this sort of thing possible, and I'd like to thank Janita Baker for the invitation of being a part of this. I'm going to start off with a classical piece of music by Giovanni Rossini, and most of us know this song as the Lone Ranger song, but I like to call it the William Tell Overture for 3 strings. This next one is a fun tune that I've been doing for a number of years. It's been around for quite a while. It was composed and performed by Johnny Otis in 1958, and it reached number 9 on the Billboard R&B charts that year. Now, while I'm playing it, you may feel the urge for your hands to move around and do little things like this, because the original dance that went with this song was a hand jive. And so this is Willie and the Hand Jive. Hope you enjoy it. I know a cat named Way Out Willie. He's got a grooving little chick named Rockin' Millie. He can walk and stroll and Susie Q. He can do that crazy hand jive too. Papa said, Willie, you'll ruin this home. You and that hand jive got to go. Willie said, Papa, don't you put me down. They're doing that hand jive all over town. Hand jive, hand jive, hand jive. Do that crazy hand jive. Mama, mama, look at Uncle Joe doing that hand jive with Sister Flo. Granny gave Sister another dime for doing that hand jive one more time. Doctors, lawyers, Indian chief, they all dig that crazy beat. Way Out Willie gave them all a treat when he did that hand jive with his feet. Hand jive, hand jive, hand jive. Do that crazy hand jive. Willie and Millie got married last fall. They had Willie Jr., but that ain't all. That baby got famous in the crib, you see, when he did that hand jive on TV. Hand jive, hand jive, hand jive. Do that crazy hand jive. Hand jive, hand jive, hand jive. Do that crazy hand jive. What fun. This next song that I'm about to do is one that I grew up singing when I was in grade school, as I'm sure probably many of you did too. It was an immensely popular song written in 1894 by two men in New York City. Charles Lawler wrote this tune down. He was a vaudeville actor, took it to a friend of his who was working at a hat store that day, and in just a matter of a couple of hours, they wrote this song that became an immense hit all across New York City and all across the country. It's called The Sidewalks of New York. This accompaniment, this rendition that I'm doing is in my book, Waltzes for Mountain Dulcimer. But I'm also playing along with an accompaniment track that I created as a supplement to the book. And so if you're interested in any of these waltzes and you want to have an accompaniment track to go along with it, that's all available. You can see more details in my store. But I hope you really like this one. could be argued that this next song is one of the most well-known songs in the world, certainly one of the most well-loved. This is an arrangement of Amazing Grace by Chris Tomlin. That he put an extra chorus with it, My Chains Are Gone. Hope that you enjoy it. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. The Lord has promised good to me. His words my hope secure. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. The earth will soon dissolve as snow. The sun forbear to shine. But God who calls me here below will be forever mine. He is forever mine. You are forever This last song I'm going to do for you has often been called the Great American Folk Song. A couple of years ago, a friend of mine, Nancy Gallenbush, and I put together a duet CD called A River Runs Through It. And this is one of the cuts on that CD.